Hello and good evening. Welcome to Sports Update on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. Let's quickly begin from this particular story this evening, and we'll go straight to the Nigerian National League, where the organizers of that league has actually set 4th January 2025 as the resumption date for the league that has gone on break for the festive period, as the Christmas and New Year break. But the league organizers, led by Abraman, Ayo Abraman, has set after that meeting, after looking into the resumption date. Now it has been set for 4th January, that is 2025. The league will be back. Just 3 matches that has been played so far in the new season, that is the 2024-2025 season for the Nigerian National League. So 4th January would be the resumption day for all of the teams that are participating in the Nigerian National League. They say it is the most important league in Nigeria. Why is it called the most important league? It's because this is where teams are being promoted to the Nigerian Premier Football League proper. So we are looking forward to the league coming back in 2025, that is 4th January, with match the 4 in action. We've just had 3 match days in the new season for the Nigerian National League. The league started November 30th with one star match played at the Ebonyi State Stadium in Ebonyi State. That is match November 30th. That was when the league kicked off for the new season. So January 4th, like I said, we'll be coming back with match day 4 actions in both conferences. We have Conference A and Conference A, Conference B, Conference C, and Conference D. At the end, we are going to be having the Super 8 to crown who is going to be the champions of the 2024-2025 season. All right, let's leave that and go straight to CAF. That is the Confederation of African Football. We have that is the qualified countries for the CHAN Nations Cup. We have about the countries that have qualified. Nigeria, Senegal, that's the defending champions, all have qualified for the CHAN Nations Cup, which we are looking forward to. The Nations Cup will be kicking off in February 2025. That's the CHAN Nations Cup. Well, that's February 2025. 3 countries will be hosting that tournament. That is, we have Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. The 3 East African countries will be hosting the CHAN Nations Cup. The CHAN Nations Cup is meant for players that are applying their trade in their various countries. That is the local leagues of their various countries. So Nigeria, who did the job over the weekend, right there at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium, defeating the Galaxies, the Ghana Black Galaxies, 3-1 in the second leg of the qualifiers played at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium. That was on Saturday. 3-1. That game ended with the likes of Ismaila Sadiq and co. We brought those goals, the highlights of those goals, on our morning show, 360 Sports Show. You could catch that show on our YouTube channel if you didn't really see some of those stories, those highlights on the morning show. So for the CHAN Eagles, they are among the countries, like I said, Senegal, Morocco and co, who have qualified alongside Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania, who are the host country. Virtue of hosting, they got the automatic qualification for the CHAN Nations Cup. So we'll be looking forward to Nigeria doing well after missing the last edition. That was in 2023. All right, let's leave that story quickly, and this time around, let's go straight to the Nigerian Premier Football League. That is the NPFL, where it is match day 19 action. Rivers United and Plateau United, that game is ongoing right now. We looked at that game in the morning. We are having that game in the morning. We looked at it. Rivers United Right now, they are losing at the Adoke Asimaka Stadium in Port Harcourt against Plateau United. Plateau United is away. They are losing 1-0. That goal coming in the 51st minute by Vincent Timitokwe to give Plateau United the lead in the 51st minute. It's already 76 minutes of action at the Adoke Asimaka Stadium in Port Harcourt. That is 1-0 right now. 76 minutes of action played in Port Harcourt, and for Plateau United, eventually, if they actually wins this game, they will leapfrog to the 14th position with 22 points. They will go straight to 22 points on the table. That is if they can hold on to this win, while Rivers United will remain second on the second position with 33 points. So it's like we looked at it in the morning on the morning show. It's a dicey game, but right now they are winning that game away. 76 minutes of action for Plateau United. They just have they have almost 26 minutes, there about 22 minutes or 23 minutes of time to hold on to that lead if eventually they will stay on the 14th position of the Nigerian Premier Football League. So 76 minutes of action, like, okay, now it's 77 minutes of action played, and Plateau United is still leading. Vincent Timitokwe scoring that goal on the 51st minute of action right there at the Adoke Asimaka Stadium in Port Harcourt. Coach George Finidi is the coach of Rivers United. Let's see if they can get something out of that game, if they can actually maybe get a draw and possibly get a win. In football, anything can happen. So we are looking forward to that. Before the end of the show, we'll be bringing you the score line of that game. Definitely, let's move ahead and go straight to the Italian Serie A, where AC Milan, definitely they've sacked their coach after 6 months. That is Paulo Fonseca, after 6 months in charge. And for the management of AC Milan, this guy was appointed after Stefano Pioli left the team, and now he can't really turn the misfortunes of AC Milan around, and now he has been shown the exit door after their 1-1 draw at home against Roma, and that result left the 7-time European champions on the 8th place on the Serie A table, 14 points adrift of that is Atalanta and Napoli, who are first and second on the Italian Serie A. Definitely, it's not really looking good for AC Milan. But let's see what the new coach, immediately he was sacked just some few hours ago before coming into the studio. Another coach has been appointed. That is a former Porto manager, that is Sergio Conceição, who has been appointed now to take charge of the team. Let's see what he can actually do to bring the best out of AC Milan. We know that our own Samuel Chukwueze, Super Eagles winger, plays for that team. For the new manager, that is for the new manager Sergio, he has won 11 trophies in 6 years at Porto before stepping down at the end of last season. Definitely we are looking forward to for the Portuguese, the first game in charge will be on the 3rd of January when Juventus will trade tackles with AC Milan, and his son, who plays for Juventus, will be with the old ladies in tackling AC Milan in that game. That is, the father will be at the dugout for AC Milan, while his son will be on the pitch playing against his father's team. So we are looking forward to what Sergio Conceição will do and bring maybe can bring the best out of AC Milan. And for Samuel Chukwueze, he's out injured. Definitely he will be working with the new manager. Yeah, let's see how that goes. And we know that there were games over the weekend in the Italian Serie A. Quickly, we'll be bringing up the results of those games in the Italian Serie A. We have Empoli, they lost to Genoa 2-1. Parma defeated Monza 2-1. Cagliari lost to Inter Milan 3-0 at home. Lazio and Atalanta, two Super Eagles players were instrumental in that game. Lazio and Atalanta ended it on a 1-1 draw for Demola Lookman providing his 12th assist of the season in that game. He gave the assist that level up things for Atalanta. Udinese and Torino played a 2-2 draw. Napoli pipped Venezia 1-0. Juventus and Fiorentina, it was 2-2. AC Milan and AS Roma also ended it on a 1-1 draw. That was after that game. The coach was sacked. That is Fonseca was sacked after that game. That game was played at the San Siro against Roma. All right, let's quickly look at the Italian Serie A table. Quickly, we'll run over it. Atalanta still remains at the top of the table, having a superior goal difference to Napoli, who are second. Both teams have 41 points. We have Inter on the third position with 14 points. Lazio is fourth with 5 points. Fiorentina is fifth with 32 points. We have Juventus on the sixth position with 32 points. Bologna seventh with 28 points. We have AC Milan on the eighth position with 27 points. Udinese is ninth with 24 points. And AS Roma occupies the 10th position with 20 points. And then the flip side, the second side of the table right now, having Torino is on the 11th position with 20 points. We have Empoli, who are 12th with 19 points. Genoa is 13th with 19 points. Parma, 14th position with 10 points. We have Lecce on the 15th. We have Como on the 16th position. Hellas Verona, Cagliari, Venezia and Monza is at the bottom of the table with 10 points, occupying the 20th position in the Italian Serie A. It is 82 minutes of action at the Adokia Simaka Stadium in Port Harcourt. Plateau United still leads that game 1-0. So that is the Italian Serie A table. Some games will be played tonight. We'll have some games in the leagues, in Europe leagues tonight. In the English Premier League, Aston Villa will be at the Villa Park to battle Brighton. Ipswich Town will also be at home to play Chelsea. High-flying Chelsea. Manchester United is a big one tonight against Newcastle, and Man U is not really finding it funny this season since the coming of Ruben Amorim. That is 4 straight loss for that team. And then Como, 1907, that is the Italian Serie A, will play Lecce, while Hellas Verona will visit Bologna. So all of these 5 games will be coming up tonight in the top 2 leagues in Europe. And quickly, let's go straight to the biggest franchise in the world, that is NBA. There were some games played in the NBA's as of this morning. Memphis Grizzlies lost to Oklahoma City Thunder 106 to 130 points. It was a total whitewash. And the Miami Heat also defeated Houston Rockets by just 4 points, 104 to 100 points for Houston Rockets. And the San Antonio Spurs lost to Minnesota Timberwolves 110 to 112 points for the Timberwolves in the NBA. Those were the results of games, just 3 games played earlier as of this morning. And quickly, we'll be looking at some transfers on the show this evening. Before we go, Manchester City eyes Nottingham Forest and Super Eagles right wing back. That is I know. Let's see, he has been high flying this season for Nottingham Forest, who are doing so well. They are second on the English Premier Football League table. I can tell you that. That is Nottingham Forest. So let's see. He has been touted to replace Kyle Walker in Manchester City. And then the other one, we have Liverpool Mo Salah not close to a new deal at Anfield. Let's see if that definitely will go through. Mo Salah said he wants to win the EPL, but there are other teams calling for his services. Let's see if he's going to end the season, probably maybe sign another contract. And then another transfer still concerns Liverpool, where they are looking for a replacement for Alexander-Arnold, who is Real Madrid bound. Liverpool to move for fullbacks Jeremy Frimpong of Bayer Leverkusen and Alfonso Davies of Bayern Munich. Two players flying their trade in the German Bundesliga. Liverpool is there. Manchester United is also somehow sniffing around those two players. And then Chelsea to rival Man United for PSG striker Randal Kolo Muani. Let's see if Chelsea and Manchester United, who has the financial power, who presents more prospects to Muani, that is where he is going to go to. Let's see what happens at the end of the season, because we are still far from the end of the season. And then the last story on the show this evening, this is tennis now, where Butler Broom helped Great Britain to beat Argentina in United Cup opener. They are in Group F of the that is of the United Cup opener. They defeated Argentina in that game, where they beat Nadia Podoroska 6-2, 6-3 before hitting Argentina. That is Thomas Martin Echeverry 3-6, 6-3, 6-2 to end that, to win that particular game. And the other mixed double, where two players who actually were not really going the same direction, that is Novak Djokovic and the Australian. We're talking about the Australian tennis player, where they actually came together to get a win in a Brisbane Open. We know that the Australian Open will kickstart January 12th, 2025. So we are looking forward to a lot of actions in January when it comes to the tennis world. Australian Open is the first Grand Slam of the year. And that is where we'll be leaving it on the show Sports Update this evening. I've been your host, Emmanuel Fashimi. Say thanks for watching.